guys, what's up and welcome back again to my archive. If you are new to this channel, welcome. My name is Sandra. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for popping in again. And yes, I know, I know, I'm now an egghead. Let's leave that story for another day. How are you doing? Have you been? How's your week? Happy New Year. If you've not seen me this year, Happy New Year. How are you? How are you with this Harmattan? Mothers, how are you guys doing? How are you holding up? Tell me, let's discuss. I know, right? Like it's been so dry, it's been so flaky, the weather has been something else. So, like, it's crazy. As new moms, I know how difficult it can be to, navigate these trying periods. Like Hamatan, everywhere is dry, you don't know what to do, you're confused. So, I'm here to share tips on how you can navigate this Hamatan period for your babies and your toddlers. Okay, so yeah, this video was supposed to come up during the start of the Harmattan, but we're doing the whole holiday content, so I didn't want to add any DIY or tips video, so that's why I'm bringing this video now. It will still be helpful because sometimes Harmattan runs into the end of January, and also for next year, for other moms that will come to this page and see this thing also for next year, this is going to help a lot of mothers, and that's why I'm sharing this video now. Better late than never, right? So like I'll always say, this is not medical advice. This is not a professional advice. This is just something that I have done that I found useful and I have tried. Anything I tell you here on this video, I have 100% tried it. Although, put into consideration that we all have peculiar babies. Our babies are different. We have peculiar babies. But for the most part, these are simple steps that I have taken this Harmattan period that has really helped me and my baby. If you don't know, I have a 4 month old, and these are the steps we've been taking. So, sometime last year, I put out a tweet asking moms to share tips, to share ideas on the things that they've been doing to help themselves, to help their children during the Hamatan, because you know that this period is very cold. Children can catch the flu, even adults are catching the flu. How much more a child with a very porous immune system? How are we staying abreast of the situation? So that is why I am here to share this video. I got some tips. I'm going to be talking about some of the tips I got and also some personal advice that I got as well. I'm shouting out to Chekume, my friend. She also gave me some of the advice that I used as well. So yeah, without talking too much, let us get right into the video. Please don't forget, take whatever I'm going to say on this video with a pinch of salt. This is not medical advice, it is not professional advice, it is just from one clueless mom to another. So the very first thing that I've been using this really dry and flaky period are humidifiers. Exactly, humidifiers. When I heard about humidifiers for the very first time, I thought that it was a hoax. I thought that people just wanted to take my money, but I swear by humidifiers, they work so much. They work wonders. The very first day, I was at Miniso the other day, and I just saw a humidifier laying on the shelf, and I'm like, oh, let me just even pick it up because the weather was so dry. And then I picked it up for 6,500. This one I'm holding, it's 6,500. I picked it up and then I tried it, and that night, I promise you, we had a very good night rest, because during this Hamatan period, when my son sleeps, he does this like when he's breathing, you hear him breathe because his tracks are so clogged, with like dust and every other thing. So when he's breathing, you hear him breathe. But that particular night, and since we've been using these humidifiers, my son's breath during night sleep have been like A1. He doesn't do this anymore. Like he sleeps well night. Even for me as an adult, my night rest has been so good since I learned about humidifiers. So no, they are not a hoax. I bought this one, this small one for 6.5. It may vary in prices and it may vary in size as well. But if you can afford a humidifier, buy a humidifier. Let's even take it a step further. If you have a humidifier, right, and you have silver bed oil, this oil called silver bed oil, just put a teeny tiny drop in inside the water. Okay, let me what are humidifiers? I'm talking too much. Humidifiers, right? They are devices like this that just mists cold air into the atmosphere, into the environment. So what you do, it opens up like this. like this, you pour water in here, and then you connect it to a socket, and then it mists into the atmosphere. So if you want to take it a step further, you can just add your eucalyptus oil or silverbed oil inside of it, right? When you add it inside of it, the kind of air that it will be misting in your room, it will not even give room for any cold or catarrh or anything. Like, take it from me, tried and tested. Any brand of humidifier is fine. Just get a humidifier if you can afford it. But if you cannot afford a humidifier, I also asked, they preferred a solution. That solution I personally haven't tried, but they said that if you cannot afford a humidifier, get a stove into your room. Please be careful, don't put the stove near clothes or anything. Get a stove into your room, put a pot of water, and let the water boil. As the water is boiling, as the vapor goes into the air, as the vapor goes into the atmosphere, it helps to moisten the atmosphere. I don't know if that makes sense. But then I thought about it. The downside to that would be that it's going to make the room hot, because there's a stove in the room, boiling water is going to really make the room hot. But that should be an alternative for people that cannot afford a humidifier. Don't forget this particular alternative. I personally haven't tried it because at least I'm able to afford a humidifier. So if you want to try this alternate means, try it and let me know in the comment section if it works. Don't forget, please don't put the stove near clothes. Don't put the stove near your bed. Keep the stove somewhere very secluded from clothes, wood, and the likes in your room. Let's try that. Also, another thing that you can do with this silver bed oil, this eucalyptus oil, just put, a tiny drop on your child's collar here, like this. Just a tiny drop, a little goes a long way. Just a teeny tiny drop on their collar. As your child is breathing in and out, they are breathing in the menthol. Is it menthol? They are breathing in the menthol from the eucalyptus oil, and it helps them to combat the cold, the cough, the flu, and whatnot. Another thing again that we have been doing that really helped us is vitamin C. This is not medical advice. This is what me, Sandra, I have done that works. You cannot overdose on vitamin C. Vitamin C is fruit. For children 6 months and above that can start eating fruit, please, parents, incorporate fruits into their meals, because this period they need all the fruit, they need all the vitamins to be able to, combat whatever bacteria flu that is going around. So if your child cannot take fruits yet, what I do, I give vitamin C. So if I see that my child is already coughing, I see that my son is already, breathing funny, I just give him vitamin C in the morning, give him vitamin C in the afternoon, give him vitamin C in the evening. And before evening self, the whole thing has cleared up. So vitamin C, yes, vitamin C has really helped us. Another thing too that we have been doing, this is the regular, like, it's a no-brainer. Cover your child up. This period is very cold, especially for adult. It's very cold even for adults. How much more children? So please try to wear your children appropriate clothing. Don't expose them to cold. Don't expose them to dust. Cover them up. Wrap them up. I know that some of them may be sweating, but please, it's better for them to sweat than for them to have a cold, right? So you cover them up. Make sure that they are well covered up. Rub, cover their hats. If it's children that really don't have hair, my son has a lot of hair, so we don't wear a lot of hats because he sweats on his scalp. So if your child doesn't have so much hair, you can wear the child hats, and all that. Another thing too, please don't bathe your children in the morning. There's no reason to bathe a child in the morning if you guys are not going anywhere. If you are even going somewhere, towel bath the child. Put towel in warm water and dab the child, especially in the morning up until the cold eases. Please don't bathe your children in the morning. Don't bathe them in the morning. Even you as an adult, if they tell you to bath in the morning during Harmattan, will you agree? How much more a child? So please, you can towel bath your children. That's what we do, and it works. In the morning, I change him from his nightwear, towel bath him, and put him into a warm clothing as well. And then in the evening, when the cold has eased up, we now have our bath. Another thing too that I have been doing that helps me, I don't wash his hair every day. I don't wash my child's hair every day, because you know that there are points that cold can get into your child's body, the head, the legs, and the hands. That's why you see that when children are born, they wear them hats, mittens, and the likes. So I don't wash my son's hair every day, especially this period that it's really cold. I don't wash my son's hair every day. I give maybe 2 days interval, but I make sure that I cream and comb every day, but I don't wash my son's hair. Another thing that you can do also during this period, moisturize your children's skin. Please rub them oil. Rub them oil. You as an adult, if your body is flaky, how much more a child? Don't say is a baby. Rub them oil. Make sure that they are fully and always moisturized. So yeah, these are the things that I have been doing. It's been helping me so far, and I decided to share it with you guys. Again, thank you to the mothers that shared some of these ideas with me, and also thank you to my friend Chekumi once again for sharing this idea with me. Thank you so much, guys. If this video was helpful to you, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, like, and subscribe. And until my next upload, guys, be well. Bye.